Good morning. So we are continuing with the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is Canto 3 Part 1 Chapter 15 and we had completed till verse 23. We have come to a point where the children, that is the four sons of Brahmaji, are going to visit Vishnu in his heaven, that is Vaikuntha Loka. Now, so far Brahmaji was describing Vaikuntha Loka. He was talking about how Vaikuntha is and what is it that a person has to do to attain that Vaikuntha Loka. Now today we are going to understand who is it that can visit Mahavishnu in his place, Narayana beyond. Now there are many doors which we are going to, like yesterday, last time I told you about the different doors and the entry points and how we have to try our level best to attain that level of devotion to reach that place. This is what we had understood. So today we are going to continue from the point where Brahmaji is talking about who and how people can enter and how his children are entering over there and what happens when they do that. So now let us see from the next verse. So we are doing Canto 3 from the Srimad Bhagavatam Part 1 Chapter 15 and verse 24. Lord Brahmaji said, "My dear demigods, the human form of life is of such an importance that we also desire to have such life, for in the human form one can attain perfect religious truth and knowledge. If one in this human form of life does not understand the Supreme Personality, that is Sri Krishna and his abode, it is understood that he is very much affected by the influence of external nature." Brahmaji is telling us something which we actually don't have much idea about. He is telling us clearly that the demigods, all the demigods, you name the demigod, including Brahmaji himself, they crave for human life. They want to be born as humans. Why? Because human life is the only life where you can attain religious truth and knowledge. This spiritual knowledge can come to you only if you are on the path of becoming spiritual as a human being. So what does it tell us? That any other life form that you may take, let us say you are taking a life form of an animal or a bird or any other, it is not going to be easy for you to attain anything. When you take the form of a human being, imagine this is an opportunity in that 185 million lives that you have. You know how many lifetimes you have, no? One chance of attaining something very, very spectacular. Human beings actually don't understand the importance of human birth. In the human world, the thinking process is, I am a human being, my job is to, be here, study whatever human subjects that are there, get educated in universities and schools and colleges and wherever, take up a job, then get married, settle down in life, build a house, have children, enjoy my life as we go along, think about retirement, and then someday you die. This is what human beings think their life is for. Imagine on the other side there is Brahmaji and every other demigod is looking at you. Imagine, they are all looking at you and thinking that this person has got the opportunity to go towards Vishnu's heaven. And look at what he is doing. He is leading a very average life. That life he can lead even as an ant if he wants, or even as a bird. But as a human life which is supposed to give us emancipation, liberation, knowing the truth, how is he wasting his life? So Brahmaji says, if you do not understand, see this, if one in this human form of life does not understand Sri Krishna and his abode, what is the point? That means he is being affected by external nature. What is he affected by? Everyday struggles. Struggles which every person goes through. Earning money, running after things. Me, my house, my family, my this, my that, my diseases, my problems in life. That is all that he is bothered about. Not understanding the reality that why God has given you the human birth. It is the one opportunity that you are getting so that you can attain Sri Krishna and his heavens. You don't have to then come back again and again. Why would you want to suffer every time when you come? Aren't you suffering enough in this life? So Brahmaji is talking about this. Next verse, person whose bodily features change in ecstasy and who breathe heavily and perspire due to hearing the glories of the Lord are promoted to the kingdom of God, even though they do not care for meditation and other austerities. The kingdom of God is above the material universe and it is desired by Brahma and all other demigods. This verse is very clearly telling us something very unique, isn't it? It is telling us, this is Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Part 1, Chapter 15, verse 25. Look at what he is saying. He is saying, listening to the words about the God, Sri Krishna, time and again, somebody who cries for him, somebody who feels that oneness with him, somebody who is in love with Krishna. Just the thought itself, just the song itself, just that one belief, okay, I am with Krishna, that itself, any individual having that can reach Sri Krishna. Very important line over here. He does not need to do meditation or do any other austerities. Look at all the people in the world. They are struggling only. You know how many people join these yoga classes, places where they tell you, oh, you have to do Kriya Yoga, you have to do this yoga, you have to go and pray to some God, you have to do this. How many places people are being targeted and sold these kind of concepts? Whereas what is being written over here, what is Brahmaji saying? Brahmaji is saying, why do you need to perspire and all that in all these material worldly things? Just feel one with God, just sing his songs. The speciality of other religions versus Hinduism is this. They are not teaching anything else. Have you noticed? They are not saying you have to do yoga, you have to do meditation, you have to go and stand on your head, go to Himalayas. Where in the world is any other religion telling us this? In this verse number 25 from the Srimad Bhagavatam, very clearly, the Lord is telling us, why do you have to waste your time doing some kind of a meditation or austerities? Have you ever seen a Christian or a a Muslim do anything like this? Stand on his head, do all kinds of, yoga practices? I don't think they do any of these things. And their religion forbids it. Why? They understood the philosophy of devotion. That's it. It's devotion. It's not mantra, tantra, this, that. Nothing is required. Like they say, just be in love with Jesus Christ. Just be in love with Allah. Just be in love with Krishna. That's it. Why are you running after all these things? What makes you think that whatever is taught is not followed by the 90% of the world population? Are those people idiots? The proof of it is everybody says our religion came first, our religion came first. I'll tell you one thing very clearly. The religion which came first was a human religion. It had nothing to do with Hinduism or Islam or any other. It just said there is a God. That's it. Believe in him. That is it. The answer lies very simply. Why are you doing all these actions? And in this, here he says, just listening to the words about Sri Krishna. Just listen. Listen to the songs. There are songs in YouTube and in music channels and Apple Music and this and that. The person, an American person called Krishna Das. I'm sure you have heard about him. His diction is pure American, but the way he sings, the bhajans and all. Even our Indian great, singers are there. Pandit Bhimsen Joshi and all of these people are there. Your job, if you are driving your car and going to work, or you are sitting doing nothing, or you have nothing on your mind and you are just dwelling on paisa, money. Where is money going to come from? Where is this? And all the unhappiness that is around you. Switch on those songs and listen to the bhajans and the kirtans. That is it. Don't waste your time doing other things. By thinking about your wife or your spouse or your children, do you think you have been ever been able to achieve anything in life? I don't think so. You people are on autopilot. You may think of one thing and another thing will happen. You got the point or no? Look at all the great people. All the great film stars and all. They are thinking that my son will become this, my daughter will become this, and this one will become that, and that one will become that. Most of them have turned into junkies. They are dying at a young age. Why? You thought that they will study in some great schools. You kept money aside so that they can become great. Nothing has happened. And when you know very well nothing is actually going to happen the way you think, why are you bothered so much about this world? Just breathe heavily listening to the word of Krishna and perspire by hearing the glories. Somebody who is describing or saying how Krishna is beautiful, just listening to it is all that you need to do. You don't have to do any gymnastics. You don't have to run away. You don't have to go to some Himalayas or some fancy place or location. Oh, I want to stay in the woods and I want to live like this. Nothing is going to help. Even in the woods, your devil will come. Don't worry. So this thing we need to understand. That where you are, that is all that you need to do. Just take the name of God, listen to his songs, sing his glories, that is it. Brahmaji and all other demigods are craving for going to Krishna. You know this? Their crave is, I want to reach Krishna, I want to reach Krishna, I want to reach Krishna. You know, I'll give you the understanding of this also. Think like this. You are working for an organization and you have a CEO. Okay? You work really very hard in that organization and you are a small employee over there. You may be some manager over there or some, developer or God knows whatever name that you may have, some fancy designation you may have. Vice president or president, God knows, any designation you may have. You have a top boss like, Sergey Brin or, for the Bill Gates or some big boss is there, some big guy. Elon Musk. Your motivation is you are working for Elon Musk company. Brahmaji also works for that company, by the way. You know that? Brahmaji works for the company of Krishna. Krishna's organization. The name of my company when I was in Mumbai was called Krsna Marketing Services. And I had another company which was called Krsna Advertising Research and Marketing Agency, Karma. Okay, very funny name. Okay. So people used to ask me, you are doing what? Advertising and research? I said, no, I do advertising research. If you understand that much, I will tell you. What is advertising research? So that's another story for another day. But just taking the name of Krishna is all. Brahmaji, he also is working for Krishna's organization. Do you get to go to Elon Musk's house? No. Do you get to meet your chairman in his half pants or going for a swim? No. You are just a blessed employee, a servant in the house. He is not even going to allow you near him. Got the point? So Brahmaji is only doing the task of a servant. He is just producing the world. Does he get to go to Krishna's heaven? No. How does a person go to the heaven or the house of the boss? Think. You have to be friends with him, isn't it? Or no? If Elon Musk is your friend, or Elon Musk says, oh wow, you're a great guy, come with me, let us go for a party. And then you can come home. We can spend the weekend over. I am going to, fancy locations. You want to go to Monaco? Let us go to Monaco. And he'll fly in his plane and take you there. Do you get to do that? No. You are some small servant in some big organization. The boss also doesn't know your existence. So Brahmaji is saying, just like you are struggling in your world to reach Krishna, I am struggling in my world to become human being so that I can reach Krishna. Because how do I become a human being? I have to take human birth. All the demigods are searching for that birth. And imagine, you have the opportunity. And what are you doing with that opportunity? Every day wasting it. After this satsang is over, you are back to square one. Isn't it true? Rajma asked me a very, very interesting question today morning and I'll answer that question for you. Someone says, I feel so excited doing this work. Coming over here or doing something. But the moment I'm back in my world, in my own house, I have lost everything. No excitement, nothing. So I explained to Rajma, I said, you know what? I'll explain this in a very simple manner. There is a child. And the child is told that you are going to go to that, play den or something like that in the evening, or maybe a zoo or something in the evening. The mother and the father say to the child, I will take you to the zoo in the evening. What kind of excitement the child is going to have from morning? I'm going to the zoo, I'm going to the zoo, I'm going to the zoo, I'm going to the zoo. Isn't that what he's going to do? And then he goes to the zoo or that place where he's going to play. And he goes and plays over there, and he's put all his heart and soul in it. He's looking, oh wow, this is there, wow, that is there, blah, 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 blah. And the time comes after 2 hours to go back home. And then he gets out. And then he heads home. His entire demeanor is depressed. Oh, the tour is over. The life itself, that excitement is gone. I have to go back home. I have to do my homework. My teacher is going to ask me this. Now I have to go and eat the same food that I have been eating. What is the point? Then I have to go to sleep. I have to get up in the morning. The child is thinking like this. You have also done the same thing. Your excitement is only for that moment in time. After that moment in time is gone, you are finished. What happened? Aren't you like that child who lost everything the moment he went back home? Where is the excitement? Are you excitable? No. You are depressed now. Kya karne ka? Now I have to go and work. I have to face my boss. I have to do this. There are so many other household chores that I have to do. I will go back to my world and become the same idiot that I was before. This is what they say. And it is a very funny thing, because human beings cannot retain the happiness or the level of excitement throughout the day. You have to be excitable throughout the day. You have to be literally jumping up and down in the name of Krishna. It reminds me of a story which came to me. This is a story from that Masnavi, that Rumi's book. Rumi is there. Rumi's book is there. So in that he has given one story of a poor man. The poor man is working very hard, struggling in his life, all his life. You are the poor man, remember that. You have been struggling your full life. One thing you are craving for is, can I get a little bit of happiness? Can I get some money? Because he is poor, so his requirement is of money. Somebody is devoid of love, they want love. Somebody doesn't have fancy cars or houses, is wanting cars and houses. So like that, this man is craving for money. So he is thinking every day, he prays to God, Allah, and says, please give me some money, please give me some money, please give me some money. I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. I look at everywhere around me. Everybody seems to be happy, but I am unhappy. So many years go by. He's still struggling. He doesn't have food to eat. There are lots of problems that happen. Suddenly, one night, after many years, he gets a dream. In that dream, God comes to him, Allah comes to him and tells him, see, I'm going to give you a parchment paper. In that, there is something which you can do. What is written over there, you can do. And when you do that, you will get your money. So next morning he wakes up and he really finds that parchment paper. In that parchment paper, it is written, go outside the city. There is a mosque over there. In front of the mosque, there is a place. You go and stand over there. Okay? Put your bow in the arrow, arrow in the bow and let it drop. And you will get your, your pot of gold or whatever. So this person is very excited. He goes next day. Yeah, now I'll get my pot of gold. And he goes. And he goes and stands over there. And then he takes his bow and arrow, pulls it, and says, in the name of Allah, I'll fire, and he fires it. The arrow goes and falls quite far. He says, this must be the place I should dig. I will get that gold. And he starts digging. Till the end of the day, he digs, he doesn't find anything. He says, maybe it is still below, so I'll dig more tomorrow. So tomorrow comes, he goes back again, starts digging. And again doesn't find anything. So he digs again and again and again. Doesn't find anything. Then he says, maybe I have done something wrong. Instead of pointing the arrow this way, I will point it this way and then I will do. And then he points the arrow in another direction. And this goes on for 6 months, 1 year or so. People in the town come to know, oh my God, there is a madman. He comes every day, he points his arrow, shoots the arrow, wherever the arrow falls, he starts digging over there. He must be getting some pot of gold or something like that. They all decide like that. This particular news reaches the king's ears. The king listens and he says, oh my God, this fellow is getting some gold and all. Let me go and ask him. So they arrest him, they bring him in front of the king, and the king asks him the question, why are you doing this? So the poor fellow has to give the parchment paper to the king and says, here it is written like this. So king says, from tomorrow onwards, I will go and do. And then the king does it. He also does it, nothing happens. Then he gives a contract to somebody else and he tells him, you do it. And they do it for a year. Nothing happens. There's no gold anywhere. The king gets very frustrated and he calls this fellow, what kind of an idiot are you? This is all fake paper. You take this paper and get lost from here. Now 2-3 years have gone by. This person is thinking, God cheated me, Allah cheated me. What is this? He has not given me anything. On the contrary, full day I am working over there. So he says, as a final confrontation, I'll ask God, Allah, what is this? Why are you doing this to me? And these your words also. Why are you doing this to me? So he does that, and that night he gets a dream. And in the dream, God says to him, why are you so upset? I had given clear instructions to you. You are not even listening to the instructions. You are not even doing what is written over there. I have given these instructions like the mankind is getting instructions like these. What did you do? You used your mind. Stop using your mind and just follow the instructions. So next morning he reads it. Oh, it is written that you put the arrow in the bow and let it drop. I thought I had to pull the bow so that the arrow goes further. And then he does that and the arrow drops at his feet. And then he digs over there. And he finds his gold right under his feet. This is what human beings miss in this world. They are searching for everything outside of them. They point arrows in all directions. I will do this, I will get money. I will do this, I will get money. If I do this, I will get that. And they are still not getting anything. So where is this happiness? Where is this money? Where is this treasure? Right under your feet. I hope you get this story. Rumi had written a very beautiful story. In that story, he tells us very clearly, why are you searching for God somewhere outside? It's right inside of you. Search for God inside of you. You will find Him. I hope you get the answer. First, He has given you qualification. Qualification of what? As a human being. Second qualification is giving you the map, the scriptures, the Guru who is telling you this is what you got to do. What are you doing? In this material world, you are firing arrows everywhere. Marriage will give me happiness. Nothing happens. Job will give me happiness. Nothing happens. Houses will give me happiness. Nothing happens. Money in the bank. Nothing happens. Think. What are you doing? And this is what Brahmaji is telling us. The uniqueness of human birth is to find that divinity within you. Go inside your heart and you will find Him. Take His name alone. So, after that, Brahmaji is going ahead with the story. Thus the great sages Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanandana and Sanat Kumara, upon reaching the above mentioned Vaikuntha, in the spiritual world by dint of their mystic yoga performance, perceived unprecedented happiness. They found the spiritual sky was illuminated by highly decorated aeroplanes, piloted by the best devotees of Vaikuntha, and was predominant by the Sri Krishna. This is a secret verse again. In this verse, there are 2-3 secrets given. It is called the spiritual world. What you are living your life is called the material world. Your material world is full of sorrow. It is ruled by Maya. The God of material world is Maya. The God of spiritual world is Krishna. You are looking for Krishna in Maya's world. You will get a golden statue of Krishna. That's it. You can keep on praying to the golden statue. You are not going to find anything. Where is the spiritual world? And then he says, by dint of their mystic yoga performance, perceived unprecedented happiness. The story which I gave you and what I have been telling you, stop looking for God somewhere outside. He is not there outside. Going to some temples, praying continuously to God, thinking that, He is going to come and stand in front of me, He is going to grant me this. I will go to this temple, I will pray over here, I will do this kind of a upvas, I can do this. Upvas means fasting. I will go and give 1,000 rupees to someone and nothing is going to work. Nothing works. I have posted Swami Chinmayananda's story on Satsang group and other groups. Go watch that movie. He was an atheist, not believing in God. Then he said, I want to find the truth. He meets a guru, Shivananda, and he asks Shivananda some questions. So Shivananda tells him, what are you doing? You are asking stupid questions. You are actually searching for truth. It is called quest. Go search for truth. Go to this master. So he goes to the master, Tapovan Maharaj. And Tapovan Maharaj gives him all the answers. He realizes the truth. Got the point? The answers are not outside anywhere. The answers are within you. You just need a master to teach you that truth. You don't need any other thing. Brahmaji doesn't have a guru. You know that? Have you ever heard of Brahma having a guru? There is one guru for all the gods. Nothing happens over there. Got the point or no? They are still craving for enlightenment. They are still craving to go and stay with Krishna. They don't get to stay with him. So here the answer is very simple. You want to go to Krishna's heaven, you want to meet Krishna, just take his name, meet this guru, teach, let him teach you everything. In that there is a very funny story in the Chinmayananda's things. Chinmayananda, he goes from Rishikesh, he goes all the way up to, I think Gangotri or somewhere, to the ashram of Tapovan Maharaj. And Tapovan Maharaj he's gone to take a bath. He doesn't come till the evening. And when he comes, Chinmayananda says to him, I have been sent by Sivananda, Swami Sivananda, to learn under you Upanishads. And Tapovan Maharaj looks at him and tells him, really? I don't believe in you. Do one thing, get me a letter from him. That he has told you to learn under me. Otherwise you don't stay here, get out. So, Chinmayananda gets very upset because he has travelled Uttar Kashi, that's the place. From Uttar Kashi he has to come down again to Rishikesh to meet Sivananda. And he asks Sivananda this question. He says, why did Swamiji tell me that I need a letter from you? He could have accepted the statement. Am I telling lies? So he says, you don't understand gurus. The gurus are always testing. They want to know whether you are really worth the salt or no. So he takes the letter and goes back again. Okay? To meet Tapovan Maharaj. And then he is carrying the letter in his hand and he is trying to give it to Tapovan Maharaj. Tapovan Maharaj says, I don't want the letter, keep it in your bag. Do you understand? The funny part is this, that the guru is not interested in the letter neither. He is all knowing, isn't it? What makes you think that a real master doesn't know anything? He does deliberate action to destroy your ego. You come with a big fat ego. I am great. I did this. Somebody has sent me, given me a letter. Don't you go to all these places with somebody's letter saying that, I have got this influence of somebody. No, sorry boss. In the world of spiritual, no influence works. Humility works. Shut your mouth. Don't talk too much. You think the guru is like this? That he thinks, like he's some ego par excellence? No. He is deliberately doing a lot of things. So meeting the guru is very important. The gods don't have a guru who can give them enlightenment. Krishna took birth as a human being. Sri Ram took birth as a human being. All these gods, they take birth as human beings. And they meet their masters. Sandipani, Vashishta Muni. Then they have to undergo a training for many years before they can reach realization. Before they can reach the godhood that they are. Till that time they are ordinary mortals. So these people, the four sons of Brahmaji, they have done a lot of things. And finally, they have reached the heavens. Do you know who their guru was? We have done it in the previous canto. I know you must have forgotten. Their guru was the swan. You remember the swan comes and tells them the story? It is the Lord himself who comes and tells these the sons of Brahmaji, the stories. Don't you remember that? So it's the story of the swans. He is their master. The Lord himself is the master. He comes in the form of a swan. So when the Guru comes in front of you, don't consider him as some ordinary person. Alright? And then they go towards something which is called the unprecedented happiness. You find the self within yourself and go towards happiness. There is nothing to search for after that. They found the spiritual sky. Found the spiritual sky means what? They understood that there is a spiritual world where they have to go. It is within this own body of yours. It is within this whole world that you think you are. You are in this physical domain, isn't it? It is within that only. You have to go and search for it. When you reach your spiritual sky, illuminated by highly decorated aeroplanes, piloted by the best devotees of Vaikuntha and was predominant by the Sri Krishna. After passing through 6 entrances of Vaikuntha Puri, the Lord's residence without feeling astonishment at all the decorations that they saw. At the 7th gate, 2 shining beings of the same age, armed with maces and adorned with most valuable jewelry, earrings, diamonds, helmets, garments, etc. The 2 doormen were garlanded with fresh flowers, with all intoxicated bees and which were placed around intoxicated bees and which were placed around their neck, and between them 4 blue arms for their arched eyebrows, discontented nostrils and reddish eyes. They appeared somewhat agitated. So these 4 sons have now reached the doors. They have crossed the 6 doors. I told you there are 7 doors total. The 6th door after you cross, Narayana's abode. When you cross the Narayana's abode, you come to the Sri Krishna's abode. The Lord is staying behind that doors. You have to go inside now. But whom are you meeting? You are meeting 2 characters over there. These 2 characters, do you know what their names are? They are very funny names. Jaya and Vijaya. Glory and victory. Those are the names. How is glory and victory depicted? Glory and victory is always depicted as, yeah, I have done it. You know, that kind of a glory and victory. It is never, yeah, I won this. You don't say that like that, do you? Or when you have, yes, I have done it. This is how you do it. So glory and victory are always very egoistical in nature. The moment you are glorified, no? Oh, he is winning the Nobel Prize for peace. You think no end of yourself. You tell the mother, oh, your cooking was very nice, you know. Finished. She feels mighty pleased. She's on the 7th heaven. We call it 7th heaven. Remember that? She's always floating in the 7th heaven. Oh, I made nice gugrias. Oh, wow, you're great. La, 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 la. That's a victorious thing. So what, you have done something great. So Jaya and Vijaya, 2 demons are there. They are demon-like creatures. They are not godly creatures. They are the followers of Krishna, no doubt about it. You think Krishna can't have these kind of horrible creatures in front of him? So they are going to become in the future Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashyap. You know that. Arrogance, ego and arrogance are there in front of you. The moment you win something, as if you have won some great thing in this world, you don't have so much of it. So these 4 sons, they are Brahmanas, remember, they are naked. They don't care for this world. Yeah, I have the knowledge. I know the yogas. I know all these, Vedas and Shastras. I know everything. I have reached, I have reached, I have reached. Door is closed. Where is the visa? You know, that agent at the at the airport is asking, oh, your visa, there's a mistake in your name. Please go back to your country. Finished. Gone. Okay. In what? In Facebook you had written that you are some Hindutva great fellow. Huh? You are talking bad about other people. You are saying that all these Christians and other people are bad. Huh? That's what you said? Not sanctioned. Get out from this country back again. Isn't that what is happening today? Visas are getting cancelled left, right and center just because you are a stupid person who has the right to give your opinion. And yet you want to go to that country. What kind of an idiot are you? If you want to pander to somebody, you have to write good stuff. You see? You are the greatest. You should not only take Venezuela, you should take another 10 more countries if you want. Then entry immediate granted. But if you say you have done something wrong in Venezuela, finished. Okay, the ICE agent might shoot you also for all you know. Then they'll say encounter. Why you want to do that? Think like that. You can't be going with your ego and arrogance. I went with my ego and arrogance. I was so sure I don't want your visa also. I had other agenda, so I visited Chennai. And I did go for the interview. And in the interview, they asked me questions. Do you have money? My answer was no. Do you have properties? No. Bank balances? No. Anything else? No. What do you do? I teach spirituality. Really? You must be earning a lot of money because you must be, you are a crooked person. All spiritual people are crooked. They have got billions in their bank account. How much do you have? I don't have anything. What is your spirituality about? Is it about Allah or Jesus Christ or any other? I said no. You are from ISKCON? No. Then I can't give you entry. I said thank you. Pink paper they gave me and I took the pink paper and I preserved the pink paper because it's a very nice thing to know. Why? I am not interested in going to any country which doesn't want me. You have to be invited there. There is always Jai Vijaya sitting over there, no? So Jai Vijaya said to me, yeah, you are an arrogant fellow, get out from here. Okay, I got out from there. Now you know what is going to happen to those guys, no? They are going to become Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashyap very shortly. Anyway, they have to be killed by all these. One is, we just now learnt about him. Huh? And Narsimha Avatar and all that. Vara Avatar, Narsimha Avatar. So coming back to our story. So here, these two guys are over there. And these fellows, the four guys, they are going to... And look at the way they want to enter. The great sages, headed by Sanaka, had opened doors everywhere. They had no idea of ours and theirs. With open minds, they entered the seventh door out of their own will, just as they passed through the 6 other doors, which were made of gold and diamonds. So they thought that the door is open, so let us open and go inside. So far, nobody has stopped me, I have entered everywhere. Have you not done this before? You have gone to all the doors and you have gone inside with all your influence and stuff like that. I had nothing, no problem, man, I can meet this person. Huh? And then you go over there, the last door, you are opening the last door, and then what happens? The 4 boy sages who had nothing to cover their bodies, but the atmosphere looked only 5-year-old, even though they were the oldest of all living creatures and had realized the truth of the self. But when the porters, who happened to possess a disposition quite unpalatable to the Lord, saw the sages, they blocked their way with their staff, despising their glories. So the sages did not deserve such treatment in their hands. These people are 4 kids. They are like small children. They are going to the gate, opening the gate and going inside. Now you are sitting in your seat, in an aircraft. And you have a window seat. And you are peacefully looking outside, seeing all the flaps go up and down, fat, 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 like that. And suddenly, you get one bang from behind, What happened? And then another bang, another bang, another bang. And then you turn around and you see one small child is there, 4-year-old, and he is banging his feet on the seat, and you are sitting in front. Okay? Would you like to say good things to that child, or would you like to murder him? Of course you want to throttle that child. What do you think of yourself? And you look at the parents. They are sitting over there doing nothing. They're just sitting over there. And you look at the mother and the father. Can you please tell your child not to do this? I am sitting in the front seat. Baby, don't do this. That's it. And you are frustrated beyond measure. You know how frustrated you are? Now you want to murder the parents also. Then you are thinking, these parents are uncouth, the child is super uncouth. For him it's a privilege, because at home he does the same thing. He drops everything, kicks around, does whatever he wants to. Parents have allowed the child to do whatever he feels like. He breaks things. It never mattered to the parents, because my son, my daughter, they are capable. No. In public also he is doing the same thing. So here, Brahmaji's arrogance, you remember Brahmaji? His arrogance already everybody knows. His sons are super arrogant. They told their father, don't interfere in my life, okay? They already told their father this. Father says you have to get married, settle down. I will produce 4 women as wives for you. What are you talking? We are least interested. We want to go and reach Vaikuntha. We don't care for all these things. We want to become spiritual, So, according to Sanaka, Sanatana and all that, becoming spiritual means becoming arrogant. Spirituality is not about arrogance. You are not some holy grail. You understand holy grail? I am the holiest of the holy with one big round, halo around my head. I am spiritual, Hey, who cares? There are millions of other spiritual people also. And you think that you are some great person. And you can enter any door you feel like. And when these 4 children, what they have done to their father, they do the same thing over here. They open the door and they are trying to enter. And these 2 fellows, Jaya, Vijaya, they are sitting in the front seat, remember? And the child is pushing from behind. Daba, 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 daba. Who do you think you are? Your father's heaven or what? You can't enter over here. So these 2 guys are going to now stop the 4 sons of Brahmaji. And we are going to learn how ego and how cursing happens when the ego is hurt. Remember, you also cursed that child, isn't it? When the child was doing that mischief, you cursed this child, I wish you had loose motions or something like that. And the parents also, for that matter. You have already cursed that child. You have already cursed the parents also. You got disturbed, isn't it? And this is where we will stop today. So you will get an understanding tomorrow about the rest of the story. So it's called a cliffhanger. So we'll do that tomorrow. Bye.